Taylor Swift may be a multi-genre superstar known the world over, but she has not always had it easy. She had to grow up in the public eye, and other celebrities weren't always nice to her. We'll never forget Kanye West's interruption of her acceptance speech at the 2009 Video Music Awards, or his and Taylor's fight years later over his song Famous. She hasn't always been in the public's good graces either. There are those who do not like her, jumping from genre to genre, and there are those who do not think she has used her platform for political awareness enough. Despite all of this, though, Taylor Swift has never stopped telling her story and showing her transformation, both personally and musically. Life and Style notes that Swift is always the first to express gratitude to those who have supported her over the years, citing how, quote, lucky she is. Swift has come far since she dazzled the country music scene in the mid-2000s, but her beginnings were far from average. Starting off, she produced smash hits, such as Teardrops on My Guitar and Picture to Burn, along with other soaring singles on her debut self-titled album. Then she released Fearless, the sophomore album that proved what everyone already knew: Taylor Swift was going to be sticking around for a long time. This album bore hits like Love Story and maintained her momentum in the industry, while allowing her to grow as a vocalist and a songwriter. During these first few albums, Swift maintained a steady image. She was a Southern sweetheart with blonde curls, country boots, and cutesy dresses. Her demeanor and her music conveyed trustworthiness, and she became a part of the family. Her third album, Speak Now, was her most vulnerable yet, with songs like Mine and Back to December. While still country, this album loosened its sound slightly to welcome in a broader audience. This also allowed her more creativity in her vocals and songwriting, which had never been better at this point. Around the time of her album Red, though, Taylor Swift began to change her appearance and persona. As noted by Hollywood Life, her country aesthetic was virtually gone for good. Her music was shifting too. Pop elements began influencing her songs more than ever before, this album serving as a country pop hybrid experiment, a stepping stone to the rest of her career. In 2014, Swift became one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Her album 1989 topped charts and spawned multiple hit singles, including the effervescent Style. Her fashion, too, evolved once more. Her hair was straighter, her clothes followed more of a cool girl aesthetic. It was clear she had left country behind, at least temporarily.
The female artists that I know of have reinvented themselves 20 times more than the male artists.
The most interesting part of the mid to late 2010s for Swift is her album conceptualization, which in turn affected her appearance. More than ever, her eras were defined by specific moods and colors. 1989 paved the way with its bubbliness, and Reputation followed suit with its blacks and grays. There was a dark tonal shift in her music that reflected the dark tone with which she was being spoken about in the media, and by other celebrities, such as Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Then, completing this trifecta of moods was Lover, the all-pastel era dripping in love and sweetness. It marked a return, even if briefly, to the effervescence of 1989. This album proved to be a love letter to her boyfriend, Joe Alwyn, and it also proved to be the perfect transition between Reputation and the albums that followed it. Now, Taylor Swift is living life as she sees fit, not listening to negativity from anyone. No longer is she only telling her own stories, but Swift has taken her storytelling to entirely new worlds, as exemplified by her two latest non-re-recorded albums, Folklore and Evermore. She is ultimately collaborating with people she knows and loves to make the music she wants to make, and at the same time is re-recording her old albums to reclaim her voice. Some of her newer music, such as her song Betty, incorporates country elements, really showing a full circle moment for Swift. This all comes after the release of her Netflix original documentary Miss Americana in early 2020. In this film, Swift seems to say goodbye to an old Taylor in a more finite way than she did in Look What You Made Me Do, but not in a way that excludes or rejects what she's been through. Rather, she said goodbye to the Taylor that wanted approval from everyone and simply became more comfortable than ever in her own skin. This appears to be the happiness Swift has been chasing all along. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more list videos about your favorite celebrities are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.